Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video was supposed to be about my door lock and my sliding door. When I operate the key fob, all the locks operate and it unlocks, but I can't, when I pull the handle for the sliding door, sometimes it doesn't work and I have to really mess around with it, pull and press the button, undo, and just sometimes it works straight away, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes I can't open it at all and I have to climb inside and try and open it from the inside, and even that doesn't work sometimes. But anyway, that was what the video was supposed to be about. But whilst I was taking the door card off, the sliding door, I needed to get lower down to be able to get the screwdriver in, so I decided to take the doorstep panel off, and when I did I was shocked to find the mess underneath, shall we say. When I had the van converted by this so-called conversion company, they've obviously put this floor in, put this vinyl covering on, and at some point they would have had to remove what I'm guessing was the old step, because there's a brand new step now in place, which is good. They must have removed that and seen what it was like underneath. Now, okay, I'm not expecting them to go down to all the rust and treat all the rust, but the actual crap that was underneath that step was shocking. So that's why this video has turned into the sliding doorstep video, and something that you might want to check yourself. If you've done your own conversion and you've already done all this, you will have known what it's like under here. But if you've got your van already converted, or you've just bought a van, it might be worth just taking this step up and having a look underneath, because if it's anything like mine, you'll want to do something about it. So I'm going to show you in this video what I've done to clean it all up, treat the metal, and put it back to something a bit more acceptable. Okay, enjoy the video. Taken the doorstep panel out just for ease of unscrewing the screws. Look at that, what a mess. Very short that is, looks like concrete. That's damp. So that's going to need a good clean up. Looks like it needs treating. Clear of all the debris and dust and sand and concrete and general crap. You see here though, that definitely needs treating. It's alright, it's not going through anything, but it needs treating. See these lugs here, that they're still intact. The ones that go in there on the back of the step are non-existent. Where are we? There, and that one there is broke. There isn't one in there either, but it's a brand new step that's just been thrown in basically, just to cover all this up. Right, a bit of work to do. It's not great, this. It could probably do with replacing at some stage. It's all breaking up there. There's little nicks in it all around, so that can maybe be swapped at some stage. Just leave that for about 5 or 10 minutes and we'll just wash it off with a wet rag. Right, the rust dissolver gel has been on there for about a quarter of an hour now, 20 minutes. You can see how the rust has changed colour. It's not fully taken it all away, but what I'll probably do, I'll probably give it a second going over. I'm just going to clean this now with just got a wet rag. That looks so much better. Like I say, I might go over it and at a second time. All these little bits here where the paint's been chipped because of the step guard that was in there. Maybe I need to protect that some way. I'll put that back. All the little rust spots on here have all turned black. You can definitely see down here it's really improved it. Looks so much better. Right, I'll clean the whole step and we'll crack on. Whilst I'm here, there's bits of glue stuck all over the place, so I might as well get shut of that as well to get it all cleaned up. Take the opportunity to tidy it up as best I can. See, all that there is just, oh, you can't see, all that there is just glue from when they were doing the carpeting, I think, and the floor. So yeah, I'll get all that off while I'm here. That's it all cleaned up now. Much better. All the rust has now turned to this black colour. It's all been sanded down with some fine sort of wet and dry. All down here was all covered in sort of, I don't know what it was actually. It was like, I don't know, paint or I don't know, some orangey browny, don't know what it was. But anyway, it's gone now. All these rust spots are all nice and you can see just a bit dusty and will turn black. So I just need to go and get some white hammerite now. Time for the smooth white hammerite. It's been a few days now since I put the rust dissolver gel on, and I was going to give it a second going over, but it doesn't need it. It's just come up really good. So I think just with the hammerite now on top, should give it a nice protective coating. There's something really satisfying about finding a bad sort of area on your van like this that was really filthy and all this rusty metal, to find it and then treat it, even though nobody will ever see it, you'll know it's there. I'll carry on with this and I'll bring you back shortly. Now, if anybody can tell me what that hole's for, that one's for the peg that goes on the underside of the doorstep, but that hole there was covered in a piece of sort of silver foil tape which I've taken off just so I can paint it, and I'll put the some tape back, fresh stuff. But if you can tell me what that hole's for, then please leave a comment below. It's a bit sunny all afternoon. As soon as I open the hammerite, it starts raining. I'm rushing a bit now, trying to get this finished, then I can shut the door. It's looking much better. Right, first coat complete. That's probably enough, to be fair. It's only underneath the plastic step. I think I'll probably, you can see it there, it's just not quite whitened it up, so I might as well give it a second coat, do it proper. But yeah, much happier with that. I might put some sort of foam padding down there when I put the step back, make it a bit more cushioned. I don't know, I'll have to play around with that and see what's best. But yeah, that's looking much better. Right, that's the second coat on now. That looks pretty good now. This is what I mean about the rubber seal being a bit dodgy. Although, having checked it out, that's probably the worst bit. There's a bit there. There's a bit further down. And there's a little bit there. But generally, it's not too bad. I mean, I'll probably replace it at some stage. You can see it is a bit dodgy underneath. But for now, I think it's going to have to do. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like and subscribe. Not my hockey stick. Yeah, so that's probably the worst part. Right, I've purchased some new clips. Not quite the same as the original ones, but the actual clip, the actual bit that clips into the into here is the same. So that should just slide into there like that. And then the hole here, that will then tie up with that, and then this clip on the back of the step will then locate onto that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put these clips in place, and I'm just going to offer it up and see how we are for space underneath, and see whether we need to put some sort of foam down here to cushion it so that this isn't scratching all my nice paintwork. Just placed it there on the step, just making sure the clips are aligned, and they seem to be. That needs to just push in and then down, and it's difficult to see whether these have actually located, but I don't really want to push it into position and then have to rip it up again to get the foam in. So I think I'm going to see if I can find some thin foam just to place underneath and then try it and see how that is. Right, I've found this thin foam sheet which I should be able to cut to fit in there, because I'm pretty sure that when that's in place that the bottom of the panel sits on there, so if I get any thicker foam it might impede it clipping in place properly. So this is thin enough for this to clip in, but it's also just going to provide that little bit of protection on the top of there. I do need to put some silver foil tape over these holes, because that's what I had prior, before I cleaned it all up and treated it. So we'll get some tape on there, and then we'll get this foam cut to size. Cut this piece of foam to size now. Just moulded it round there because the actual bottom of the panel sits in there, and I've just held it in place with bits of foil tape just to keep it in position. The peg that's on the underneath, I'm going to have to punch it through the foam, but that shouldn't be an issue, because once I get these lined up on the panel, these other ones should locate in the appropriate holes. So let's give it a go. I think the vinyl's sticking out too far. I think the vinyl needs cutting back because it's stopping me pushing it that way. The lip of this is way over the vinyl. You can see how they've cut it out there. It's doing absolutely nothing. That cutout is doing absolutely nothing. It doesn't allow that to sit down any better. So I think I'm going to cut the vinyl back. I've had to cut the vinyl right back. I think it was sticking out far too much. I think they are now locating. It's just getting these pegs in the middle in position. That felt a bit better. I think that's as best I'm going to get it, but it's sitting nicely on there now. So what started out as a sliding door lock mechanism issue turned out to be a full-blown doorstep restoration project. But I'm really glad that I did find that, because it was an absolute mess under there. It's not good really. I really wasn't impressed with the conversion company that worked on the van. But anyway, that's by the by. I found the issue. It's all sorted. It's all been treated, and it's all looking really good now. The plastic step is all back in position. It doesn't move around when you climb in and out the van, and it's just a much neater and better job. So I'm really pleased with it. So like I said earlier in the video, if you've just bought your van or you've had a conversion done, just check under that plastic step, because you never know what might be under there, and it's only going to make the van worse with rust and things like that. So you know, have a look at that. So I hope you enjoyed that one and you found that of use. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, then please leave a comment below if you've had a similar sort of situation with your van. Click on that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet subscribed. I really do appreciate your support, and don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.